Hey Sting, welcome back to Noise News.
This is AJ,
And Star.
bringing you the news for this week.
We've got a lot of news this week, so let's get right into it.
To start off, we have a story on this new trimester.
Oh yeah, let's hear more about that. Take it away, team.
This year, with Spectrum switched to trimesters, many students have had to make adjustments and adapt.
Honestly, I went into it very worried, really worried about not having A and B days and having all of my classes every single day. But honestly, it's not as bad. I've been given some really good study halls, so being able to be gone for 2 periods out of the 6 during the day is honestly really beneficial, especially to have that every single day. That way I have a routine that's the same every day, which I found to be very beneficial.
At first, I thought I did not like trimesters, but throughout the years gone on, the trimesters have really grown on me, and I think I enjoy them now.
In the very beginning, when we were doing trimesters, I was a little worried with how my schedule was going to work out because the very first try, my schedule was completely packed. Like 1 through 6, I had every single class filled and no study halls. But as the trimester went on and I got used to it and everything, it got a lot easier for me to figure out what my schedule was like and how to figure everything out.
It has caused many students to have to make changes to their schedule.
I've had to adapt because I now have to keep track of what homework has to get done the next day and what to do in like 2 days or 3 days. Whereas like last year, everything was just due at the next class period.
I honestly just had to get used to a repetitive schedule. Like I like my schedules and I like all that stuff, but it was very difficult in the first few parts to schedule and time where I'm gonna do my homework, when am I gonna go to work, like do all of that stuff, and usually in the span of less than 24 hours for the most part. So, and without having any like study halls, if you did, it was a lot more difficult to do like anything.
Though change to new things can be difficult, there are many positives that can come out of it, such as with having shorter classes.
I feel like they're fast, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I just think they're fast, which is fun.
I honestly like it better because teachers are still allowed enough time to lecture and give you homework, but then you're not sitting there in a long lecture that's just being dragged on to fill class time or busy work because they don't have time to now assign busy work. It's all things that need to be covered. But at the same time, there isn't sometimes enough time to finish your homework, but I'd say it kind of evens out.
At first, that was definitely one of my biggest concerns, only having 56 minutes to take a test, knowing that I'd be taking more cash classes and more difficult classes this year for my senior year. So it was definitely more of a worry for me, but I think teachers have gone with approaching that very well.
Transitioning to trimesters was a big change at the beginning of the year, but now that the year is coming to an end, those changes seem much less difficult now. This has been Megan.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I love hearing about the updates here at Spectrum.
Me too. And speaking of the updates at Spectrum, I think we have a big update on the boys swim and dive team.
That's right. Let's hand it over to Hayden to hear more about that.
All right, take it away, Hayden.
The 2025-2026 season was an incredible year for Elk River's boys swim and dive team. Let's look into how this year stuck out.
We got conference champs as well as section champs.
They also got the opportunity to race at state.
We got 15th in state.
Beyond their placings, there were 4 records that they were able to beat.
So the 200 medley relay, we dropped the record like 5 seconds, and that was absolutely amazing.
And we also broke the 400 free relay, as well as the section record in that.
Spencer, he broke our school record, which was the second oldest school record in the 200 IM. And then it went to me in the 100 butterfly.
They left a little streak of elk all over the state.
This notable season wasn't made possible by just one school.
And we actually have a large catch point. So we're Spectrum, Elk River, all the middle schools, Rogers, and Zimmerman.
To make this all happen, the team has to come together and work hard.
Some tough practices.
We try and hype each other up.
These guys, rose to every occasion that was put in front of them.
In the end, after all the challenging times and effort, it paid off. This has been Hayden, Noise News.
Thanks, Hayden.
Yeah, it's so fun to hear about the successes of sports here at Spectrum.
It really is. Hey, now that we're on the topic of sports, you know who we should hand the show over to?
Jefferson Matias for a sports update.
Yeah, take it away, Matthias and Jefferson.
Hastings and Matthias,
And I'm Jefferson.
your sports anchors. Welcome back to our sports segment for another exciting show with us after a long spring break. Even though it might have felt great to be away from the show, it's always good to be back and share more stories with you guys.
I agree with you. Talking about being back, that means that more sports have finally begun and we have a lot of sports happening this week.
Oh yes, that's right. Let me tell you about some of them. On Tuesday, April 14th, our baseball and softball varsity team will both have games with the boys playing at home against St. Croix Preparatory Academy at 4:30 p.m. and the girls playing away against Ginger Academy at 5 p.m. There will also be a girls varsity invitational against multiple schools at Fox Hollow Golf Club at 1 p.m.
On Wednesday, April 15th, there will be an away varsity boys and girls track and field meet against multiple schools at Lake Area High School at 4 p.m. The bus will be leaving at 2:15 p.m.
On Thursday, April 16th, the girls softball, JV, and varsity both have away games against Osseo at Osseo High School with JV playing at 4:30 and varsity at 6 p.m. The boys and girls varsity track and field will also have a meet against multiple schools at Maple Lake High School at 4 p.m. Lastly, the JV baseball team will have a home game against Anoka at 4 p.m. also.
On Friday, April 17th, both JV softball and JV baseball will have a game with the baseball team playing at home against UCA at 4 p.m. And the softball team will have an away game against Meyer Lutheran at 7 p.m.
On Saturday, April 18th, the baseball team will have an away game against Mayer Lutheran at Mayer Community High School with both JV and varsity playing at 12 p.m. The girls varsity softball team will also have a game against Providence Academy at Providence Academy softball field at 11 a.m.
Lastly, on Monday, April 20th, the boys and girls varsity golf team will have a meet against multiple schools at Forest Hills Golf Club at 2 p.m. Later in the day, the boys and girls JV track and field team will have a meet against multiple schools at Pine City High School at 3:45 p.m. Then both the softball and baseball teams will have a game with the boys playing at home against Pack Carter High School, with JV playing at 6 p.m. and varsity at 4:30 p.m. And the girls will be playing an away game against Southwest Christian at Southwest Christian High School, with varsity playing at 4:30 p.m. and JV at 6 p.m.
Wow, there are a lot of sports happening this week. Who could have imagined that the week we get back from break is a week booked for sports events?
I know, it's low-key crazy. But you know what else is crazy?
What?
The excitement from our spring athletes on Media Day.
I did hear about that, but I also heard that we have a segment about that. So let's take a look at that.
As winter sports come to an end, student athletes are already looking ahead to the spring season. During Media Day, teams gather to prepare for the upcoming season, share their goals, and get excited about the opportunity to represent their school once again.
I'm most excited for the track meets and the bus rides.
I'm also most excited for the track meets and cheering other people on.
I think my goal is just to be more consistent in my training and to really just have a positive attitude even if I don't have the greatest race. It's a very important thing, especially going into each and every meet, is that I just have the best attitude so I can go and compete my best.
From softball and baseball to track and fields and other spring sports, athletes say the focus is on improvement and teamwork. Many teams have set goals for the season and are determined to build on the success and lessons from previous years.
The team this year is definitely a lot younger than normal. I believe half the team is middle schoolers. So a lot of new people trying out the sport and a lot of a younger dynamic than usual. We did graduate a lot of seniors last year, and we're going to graduate even more this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how the team adapts to having that opportunity to build up a bunch of young athletes.
I'm really excited just to kind of see whether or not our team goes to conference and like wins. It's been something that we've been keeping in title for the last couple of years, and I just see it so many of this. We've gotten a lot of like new middle schoolers into our team, so I just like seeing how they improve and just kind of seeing how our team goes into conference is kind of something that has really drawn my attention.
Players and captains also emphasize the importance of representing their school and community, saying that wearing their team uniform is something they take very seriously.
I really like to represent the school because it's my first time since I'm only in 7th grade, and I think it's really cool to be able to wear my school on my jersey.
I would say representing Spectrum just means kind of showing people that just because you come from a small school that they might not hear about, you can still do big things.
Representing Spectrum is much more about sportsmanship than actually performing. I haven't been doing trap for a long time, but I have been doing it enough to be half decent at it. But just going to, when we compete in Alexandria and just being there and, being a representative of what Spectrum is and how we act.
With the season quickly approaching, spring athletes are ready to take the field, track, and court, hoping their hard work and dedication will lead to a success year ahead.
Wow, that was an amazing segment, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. I love seeing the excitement from our student athletes about this new spring season even before it actually began. It shows that they have worked very hard in the off-season practices, that they cannot wait to give it all in this season.
I completely agree on that. But there is something I know that you won't agree on.
Oh no, please don't tell me what I think it is.
Sounds like you have to wear a dress because Duke lost first.
Do we really have to do this? I'll literally do like anything else rather than having to wear a dress.
It just sounds to me that you are a very bad loser.
I'm not, I promise. I just think I could do something better than just wearing a dress. Like, maybe a little bit something more fun,
Interesting. You have anything in mind?
I don't, but I'm sure many of you guys have something in mind. If you guys have an idea for any type of punishment for me, since I clearly lost our bet, go to our Instagram account and search our account as shown here and look at our recent post or bio where we'll be leaving a link to a Google form where you can write your idea there. Or you could always send us an email about the idea to him or me over here. The one idea asked the most will be the winner. Hopefully it's not anything too crazy.
I mean, we'll see about that. Knowing our classmates, they can have very creative minds.
I can agree on that. Well, that's all for Sports Thing. This has been Matthias
and Jefferson.
Stay active, stay competitive, and we'll see you next time.
Wow, I love a good sports segment.
Me too. You know what else I love?
What?
School dances. And you know what's coming up quick? Prom! That's right. Speaking of prom, do you know how the prom committee is doing planning out the dance?
No, but lucky for you, we do have a story on the prom committee.
Great. Take it away, team.
With prom just around the corner, prom committee members have been busy spending weeks organizing everything for the event.
Working with everyone else on the prom committee and formulating what the idea is about what we're going to do with this year with prom and making all the different things that are going to go into prom, like setting up Grand March and setting up any of the prizes that we're going to get for dress-up themes and deciding the theme and the food and the decorations.
Northern Lights Ballroom actually tells us all the themes that they have decorations for. So we kind of use that as our guideline of themes to pick from. So this year we went with Masquerade Ball, and then they have tons of decorations that we can use for that.
Prom committee members develop a deeper appreciation for the special night.
I definitely appreciate the depth of the planning that goes into prom this year more than I did last year, because the way everything was set up last year, it didn't look like it would have taken that much effort to put into, but then now being on the other side, now putting it all together, it is a lot of work.
Through all of their meetings, members have enjoyed the process of planning.
When we were doing the little trinkets things, we listened to a White Girl playlist the entire time that Mariana put on. That was kind of unexpected.
Like we came after school, we were like setting them up and we were listening to music. There were snacks and everything. So I really like that little like community's kind of like getting itself together in a way.
With all of their excitement and planning, prom is sure to be a night to remember. This has been Naomi, Noise News.
I'm so excited for prom.
Me too. But you know what I'm even more excited about?
What?
Special news. Oh yeah, me too. Let's hand it over to Amanda and Grant for a special news segment.
Welcome back to Special News with Amanda
and Grant.
Which famous ship sank on its maiden voyage in 1912?
Titanic?
Yes.
Was it the Titanic?
The Titanic. The Titanic.
How many bones are in the human body?
203 or 2 or 6?
Yes.
6? Okay.
Oh, there's like a couple hundred. 3. It's 300 something.
This one, it's either 100 something or 200 something. I'm gonna say 232.
How many bones are in the human body?
216.
206. What do you call a scientist who studies weather?
Meteorologist?
Yes.
Meteorologist.
Man, I'm really bad at this. Oh, it's right in my head. A scientist that studies weather.
I should know this. I used to study the weather. Oh man. I do not know.
Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic?
Amelia Earhart.
Yes.
Amelia Earhart. I do not know.
Amelia Earhart.
Who invented the light bulb?
Is it No, that is not Albert Einstein. I have no clue.
Edison. Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Thomas Jefferson.
Declaration of Independence. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't Hamilton, was it?
George Washington.
It's asking.
Okay.
Oh, it's right in my head.
Great segment, guys.
Well, Sting, that's all the news we have for you this week.
This has been AJ
and Star,
keeping you
in on the noise.
Okay, let's play charades. Okay, ready? Who am I?
I don't know. Maybe them?
Over there.
Her? Hayden?
Yeah. I'm Hayden.